Hey, I'm Adam Armstrong from thenewalpha.com, and in this video I want to talk to you about one of the biggest mistakes that men make in the bedroom. And that mistake has nothing to do with sex positions or ways to lick the clit or anything that you see written in mainstream sex advice. This is much deeper. The number one, one of the biggest, maybe the biggest mistake that men make in the bedroom is not being sexually dominant. So it's not taking control and leading women. And you might ask, well, why do I have to take control and lead women? Well, the simple answer is because women are sexually submissive. They do not want to take control and lead men. It's just not in their genes. I mean, think about this from an evolutionary point of view. Like, forget about today's modern world. And just in a very simple sense, imagine the days where we lived in caves and we had to fight off saber-toothed tigers and we had to go running and jumping and hunting food. It was the man who fought off the saber-toothed tigers. It was the man who was physically strong and muscular. It was the man who went hunting for the food, and then the woman at home, she probably prepared the food, looked after the kids. That was her role. Both great roles, both absolutely necessary. One was not better than the other, but that was the role. Now, if those are the roles, would it make any sense for that strong, muscular warrior of a man to then act like a complete pussy in the bedroom? To then relinquish all of his strength, all of his masculine power, and let the woman take control? Of course it wouldn't. It'd be fucking absurd. And yet today we've got all these idiots pushing this idea that, oh, there's no difference between men and women, or that everything should be equal. I mean, I've had men email me and be like, well, you know, in a fair relationship, I should instigate the sex 50% of the time and she should instigate the sex 50% of the time. And I always say to men, if you wait for a woman to make the first move, you'll probably be waiting a very long time. Women do not want to take the initiative for the reasons that I just suggested, because they're sexually submissive and because they're worried that society, meaning society as a whole and also, you know, their closest friends, might judge them harshly. If the man takes control and leads the woman, she can tell her girlfriends that, you know, he was just this big, strong man and he overpowered her and it was so fun, he ravaged me. But if she says, oh, well, I jumped on him and I took his tie off and I undid his pants and I dropped to my knees like a filthy whore, what's she worried about then? Well, she's worried that her friends are going to go, oh, that sounds great. And then behind her back, they're going to go, fucking slag. That's the truth of it. There's all these things at play. But the truth is, as a man, if you don't act dominantly in the bedroom, it's the biggest mistake you can ever make. Nothing else will work. She will not be interested. She won't come. She won't have orgasms. And if you don't make her orgasm, if you don't make her come multiple times every time, here's what happens. Her sex drive goes down the toilet. It disappears. Or she wants to have sex with another guy. So if she's a healthy woman and she still has a sex drive, even though you've bored her silly in the bedroom, now she thinks, well, maybe that guy can fuck me right. Maybe he's a dominant stud. Or maybe that guy over there. So that's the biggest mistake, not being sexually dominant. And if you want proof that this is true, you don't listen to radical feminists. You know, because radical feminists are all fat and ugly and they all hate men. So they don't know shit about what women want in the bedroom, because I'm guessing they don't have sex. And I'm probably guessing they don't have any desire to pass their genes on, because that would mean they have to get intimate with a man. So you look at what most women do, what the healthy women do. Well, I'll tell you what healthy women do in recent years. They read the 50 Shades of Grey trilogy. Now, if you don't know, 50 Shades of Grey was this book about this guy called Christian Grey, who was kind of, well, he was a billionaire who liked to dominate women. In simple terms, he was a billionaire who liked to dominate women. And I think the 50 Shades of Grey books were the fastest selling books of all time. Romance novels and erotic fiction are already the best-selling books, full stop. It's the #1 category on the New York Times bestseller list. But that particular series of books was the best-selling books of all time. Why? Because women are not getting that sexual dominance at home, because most men are weak pussies these days, and we're being told that masculinity is a terrible thing. And people like radical feminists are coming up with these terms like toxic masculinity. So women are reading these books instead. It's the next best thing. All right, if hubby's not giving it to me, he's just watching the sports and he's asleep now, I'm going to read this book instead, and I'm going to touch myself while I do it. And millions of women did that. And make no mistake, yeah, the bit part that he was a billionaire was exciting, but more than anything, what women wanted to read was the sex scenes. And when it came to the sex scenes, it didn't matter how much money he had. The money wasn't relevant. It was all about the fact that he was dominant. So if you want to have great sex with women, you have to be a sexually dominant man. And here's one reason why I think many men today cannot be dominant. They might listen to me And they might say, well, yeah, it makes sense, but they still can't be dominant because they have low testosterone. There's an epidemic of low testosterone going on in today's society for many reasons that I'll explain in another video, but all you need to know right now is this. When testosterone goes down, so does your sex drive, so does your erection quality, so does your confidence, so does your assertiveness, so does your decision making, so does your ability to take control and lead. In other words, all the aspects of being a sexually dominant man become impossible for you to do because you got low testosterone. Now, if you want to increase your testosterone, I have something that can help you do that. It's called Explode Your Testosterone. I'll put a link to it below this video. For now, just remember, low testosterone means no dominance. No dominance, worst mistake a man can make in the bedroom. Click the link below to learn more, and thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel by hitting the subscribe button below. Then hit the bell icon next to the subscribe button, because that'll give you notification when I release a new video. Also, hit the like button, and then in the comments section, leave a question, give me a feedback, or even tell me if you think I missed anything in this video, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And if you love this video, I'm sure you'll also really enjoy my special report, The Testosterone Apocalypse. In that report, you'll discover why the Western world is suffering from an epidemic of low testosterone. You'll discover how the epidemic of low testosterone is affecting you, and you'll also find out how that epidemic of low testosterone could literally end Western civilization as we know it. To get your hands on that report, The Testosterone Apocalypse, visit thenewalpha.com/test. That's thenewalpha.com/test.